All right, let's get started with our neck. So we're going to just take an ear to shoulder, press the other shoulder away, getting a stretch through the muscle that goes along the center of the side of the neck. And then we'll switch that to the other side. Again, push this shoulder down and away and try to get that stretch through that muscle that goes along the center of the side of the neck. Bring that head up, bring this arm behind your back, and then look in the opposite direction. Tilt that chin down about a 45-degree angle. And what you're doing is aiming to get that stretch along the muscle that goes along the back of the side of the neck. Good, and then we're going to switch that to the other side. So switch arms, look in the opposite direction, tilt that chin down, and aiming to get that stretch through the muscle that's along the back of the side of the neck. And release that, and then we're going to look to the opposite direction, tilt that chin up, and you might need to tilt the head a little bit back, but just feeling into that stretch that goes along the muscle that's along the front of the side of the neck. Good, release that, look the other way. Tilt that chin up at that 45-degree angle, and if you're not quite getting that stretch along that muscle that goes along the front of the side of the neck, and then tilt that head back just a touch until you feel like we're right there. Very good, and release that. Okay, and we're going to bring our arms up here, and we're going to pull our elbows back and release, pull them back and release, back, release, back, release. 4 more, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and then we're going to bring elbows down, palms facing up. Rotate to try to bring those hands as far back as you can, and then bring it back. Rotate as far as you can and release. Rotate back and release. Rotate back and release. 4 more. 4 and 3, 2, and last one there. And then we're going to bring our hands behind our back and pull those elbows back and release, back and release. 6 more, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. All right. Now, let's step wide, and we're going to go into a little side lunge flow. So just making sure those knees and toes are in line and feel good. So you could keep this one upright like so, or you can tap the ground like so. So choose which one and get started. So as you're hinged forward at those hips, you still want to maintain proper posture on that upper body. So you lifting that chest from the sternum still, pulling that belly button in, so not rounding that back. You're just hinged forward at those hips. Activating those glutes and inner thighs and outer thighs. Great thing about the side lunges is it really works those inner thighs. Good. 4, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and bring it up here. And then we're going to switch right away into where we step behind, and you could be upright like so, step over here, upright like so, or you can tap the ground. All right, so choose which one and get right into it. Again, if you are tapping the floor, I want you to make sure you're maintaining proper posture through that upper body so chest stays lifted from the sternum, belly button in, and you're just hinging forward at those hips. Engage that deep inner core to help support that lower back. Good. And 10 more to go. Here's 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and last one there. Very good. Bring it up. All right, going back to your stance for the side lunge, but we're not doing the side lunge flow. We're going to do side lunge. So we're going to side lunge this way. You could keep it up or tap the floor, and then you're going to bring it up and bring your knee in, tap your knee to your hands. So bring that knee nice and high, and then back down and tap, or you're reaching here and keeping that upper body upright. All right, so tap, bring it up, tap, and up. And using the strength in your foot to step down smoothly, softly, and with control. Good, 10 more. Here's 10, and 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and one more right here. All right. So we're going to switch those to the other side. You lunge this way like so, or you're going to tap the ground and then bring that knee up. Landing softly and smoothly with that foot, with control. Use the strength in the foot to create a nice, soft, smooth landing. You can slide into it. Good. Chest stays lifted even if you're hinging forward. Hold that belly button in towards the spine. Knee comes nice and high, pulling the belly button in. As you do, pull that knee in. Soft landing, strong through the feet. Very good. We've got 10 more. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and last one. Like that. Very good. All right. Now I want us to step into second position, your natural turnout from the hips, so that when those knees and toes are, or when you bend those knees and toes are in line. So you can always start first here, check that out, making sure, and then keep that turnout and step it out wide here. All right, arms are gonna be optional. You can bring them to the hips, or you could move them along with me. Chest lifted, shoulders down, tilt that pelvis forward or tuck that tailbone under, pull the belly button in. So when you bend those knees, shoulders stay right over those hips. We're gonna bring it nice and low, and we're just gonna do slow and low for 30. Press, 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 press. Good. Good. 20 more to go. Good. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it up. Step in, feet hip width apart, toes facing forward. And we're going to alternate lunges back, right? So one after the other. Arms optional, you can keep them on your hips, or we're going to bring them overhead to the hip. Overhead to the hip. Lunge and up. Lunge and up. Good. Third of the way through. Nice and centered through the chest. More. Here's 10 and 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Bring it back up. Set up in your natural turn on first. Step to wide second, so heels at least shoulder width apart, if not further. Keep those shoulders over the hips, and arms are optional here, or we're gonna go here. We're gonna bring it low, stay low and slow. So press, 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 press. Good. Third of the way through, press. Keep it nice and low. Halfway through. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it up. Feet back in, toes facing forward, and feet hip width apart. And we're going to do those lunges, arms optional. You can keep your hands at your hips or follow along here as we step back and one side, and then switch to the other side. Good. We're a third of the way through. Halfway through. Ten more. Here's 10 and 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and last one there. Good. We're gonna do one more round of each. So turn out, step into second, shoulders right over those hips, tilt that pelvis forward. Arms are optional, you can bring them to your hip, bring hips low, or we're going to come down low and follow with me slow and low. Keep them slow and low. It's press, 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 press. Chest lifted, shoulders down. Third of the way through, press, 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 press. Halfway through. We've got 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it up. And then we got to go into our last round of lunge backs. So feet hip width apart, toes facing forward, arms are optional. You can keep them here or follow along with me as we step back and alternate one foot back, then the other. Just like that, we're a third of the way through. Halfway through. Ten more to go. Here's 10 and 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it up. Good. We're going to grab bar or your chair, and we're going to bring it over to this side to start. All right, so I want you to come into your natural first position, so natural turnout from your hips, right? Heels together, knees and toes are in line. If you try that and they're not quite aligned, better to bring your feet further in, right? You don't want to try to go too far beyond, or you don't want to go beyond your own natural turnout to getting into these heavier reps. All right, so we're going to do a plie, and then with this outside foot, we're going to do a sweep and a kick front, back to plie. Now you could always tap instead of that kick, but try the kick out, see where you're at. Now with the other thing with the kick I want to say is I want you to maintain a nice center line in the body. So engage that core right before you kick to stay nice and stabilize here. All right, so it's plie with that kick with turnout. You maintain turnout in that hip throughout. Good, we've got 8 more, and then we're gonna switch these kicks out to the side. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Then it's plie, kick, plie, kick. So again, you could make that a tap if you need with this kick to the side. Got to work a little bit harder through that core, so you're not, what I don't want you to do is like that, right? We're not doing that today. We're staying nice and centered here. We're halfway through these plie, kick, nice and centered. Good, 8 more. 8, 7, 6, 5. So in 4, we're gonna switch these kicks back. 3, 2, and 1. So with the kick back, you can actually reach that chest forward a little bit. That's to help you get room there to kick that leg back. Stay in turnout, squeeze the glute on that extension, and you could also, if you needed for balance, you could turn that kick into a tap behind instead. Nice and centered. Good, 8 more. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. So we're going to switch that all to the other side right away. So coming to your turnout and knees and toes in line. And we're going to start with the plie and that kick front, maintain turnout as you sweep forward there. All right. So plie, kick, kick. Right away, I want you to check in with your upper body, your torso, your core, making sure you're staying nice and centered. So you're engaging that pelvic floor to cue that deep inner core. Good. Plie, kick, plie, kick, plie, kick. And 8 more. Here's 8, 7, and 6. We'll switch to those kicks to the side. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and side. Plie, kick, kick. Checking in with that upper body, staying nice and centered, so engage that core to help stabilize. Keep turnout in those hips for that kick. Good. We're halfway through before we switch these to kick back. In 8, 7, 6, nice and centered. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Plie, kick back. Chest can come forward, but still stay nice and centered. Don't lean from one side or the other. Good. Plie, kick. Squeeze that glute on that extension. Maintain turnout from the hips. Good. We're halfway through. 8 more. Here's 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Bring that bar chair front. If you've got the chair, I want the back side close to you so you can be nice and close to it. Touch it without having to lean towards it. And then we're going to step into our first position again. Natural turnout from the hips. When we bend those knees and toes are in line, I'll give you the option. You could keep your heels on the ground for this, keeping your feet flat, or you can come up into releve. So you can bring those heels up. All right, if you do bring the heels up, I want you to, while you're maintaining that turnout from the hips, kiss those heels together. Bring them back together. All right, so we're just gonna start with singles here. And if you want, you can alternate an arm up, right? I do want you to use support for this because I want you to challenge how low you take those. We're still keeping them demi-pliés, so we're not making grand pliés going all the way down, but I do want you to take it lower than perhaps you normally would. So you've got that chair or bar for support, chest lifted, shoulders down, tilt that pelvis forward, pull the belly button in. Good. So we've got 8 more like this. Here's 8 and 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, and 2. We're gonna slow it down to counts of 2. So right here, down for 2, up 2, down 2, up 2, down 2, up 2, and down 2, up 2. 4 more. 2, up 2, down 2, up 2. 2 more. 2, up 2. Last one. 2. Now 4. So down 2, 3, 4. Bring it up 2, 3, 4, and down 2, 3, 4, and up 2, 3, 4. Nice and centered. 2, 3, 4, and up 2, 3, 4, and down 2, 3, 4, and up 2, 3, 4. 4 more. 2, 3, 4, and up 2, 3, 4, and down 2, 3, 4, and up, 2, 3, 4, 2 more, 2, 3, 4, and up, 2, 3, 4, last one, 2, 3, 4, and up, 2, 3, 4. Take those hips low and pulse, pulse, pulse it out. Good. Press, 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 press. Little Bernie pulses for 8, 7, 6, 5, and 4. You're gonna hold it low. Good, hold low. Now take it lower. One more time, lower here. 4, 3, 2, 1. Good, bring it up. Shake those legs. We're gonna give our quads and calves a stretch. So make sure you're pointing that knee to the floor. Tuck that tailbone under, tilt that pelvis forward. And other side. Tilt that pelvis forward, tuck that tailbone under, really enhance that stretch on that quad. And then we're going to give our calves a stretch. So press a heel behind you and into the floor, and then actively press those hips forward, chest forward, basically the whole body forward as you're pushing that heel back and down. And then we're going to switch that to the other side. Heel pressing in towards the ground as those hips are pressing forward, chest is pressing forward, rest of the body pressing forward. Good, and then we can bring or put our chair bar out of the way, and then we're gonna come down to the floor. So we'll start by sitting on the floor. So, and I'll give you a couple moments to adjust your view and perhaps set up your mat if you need. We will start sitting as we're going to do that roll down too. I feel like it's a nice warm up for that lower back, right? So you'll start by sitting, and then you could have your hands here or here, right? First, create that C curve in that lower back, right? Try to round here. And then you're going to engage that pelvic floor to cue that deep inner core. And you'll do that again and again as you go down vertebrae by vertebrae. So starting at the base of the spine, as you're going down, really controlling this. Like I said, you could hold your legs if you need, tracing the hands along the side of the leg, but really try to articulate vertebrae by vertebrae, so you're engaging and re-engaging that deep inner core to control it, and you're really connecting your mind to that spine and trying to feel each bend as you go. It's a great way to get to know that spine too, right? Because you can find, oh, I've got flatter spots, like where it's more compressed and, you know, doesn't as easily round. So it's good to get in touch with that, and then also it ends up being like a nice warm up for it. So we'll come down here, and we're going to just do 5 roll-ups. So arms overhead, and you're going to inhale as you bring it up vertebrae by vertebrae. If you need to modify, you're going to bend those knees and then engage that pelvic floor to bring it up. And as you start your exhale, and then you're going to exhale all that air out, pull that belly button in as you reach as far forward as you can. This feels really good this morning. And then we're going to switch back the other way. And so again, you can bend those knees to come down. If you need to modify it, particularly in the morning, sometimes that lower back can be particularly tight. Inhale, engage, and start that exhale. Pull the belly button in and reach it forward. That first one I consider a demo, so this is just number 1, not number 2 of our 5. roll-ups every day, I say. You know, in theory, if you do them every day, you never end up not being able to do them, and then you should always be able to get yourself up off the ground, which becomes more and more important as we age. Reach forward, pull that belly button in, exhale all that air out, and rolling it down. We're going to do 2 more. Inhale, engage, start your exhale, pull that belly button in, exhale all that air out, reach forward as far as you can, and then reverse that, engaging that core to control the way down. Good, and 1 more. Inhale, engage, and bring it up, pull that belly button in, exhale all that air out as you reach as far forward as you can. Good. And we're going to roll it down with control. All right, once we're down here, we're going to stack our hands behind our just behind our head, and we're going to do straight leg crisscross. All right, so what that's going to look like, straighten both those legs, and remember, not like this. Try to really straighten them. And then the shoulder blades come up off the mat, and you're going to scissor. So you're going to bring one knee forward or one leg forward, and you're going to twist towards that leg. Then you're going to bring it back together, and then the other one there. As you're doing this, pull the belly button in towards the spine, engage that pelvic floor to keep that deep inner core, and try to straighten those legs. I know that the leg straightening is not the most fun part of it, but it's so important. Straighten them. Straighten them. Pull belly button in. Exhale as you twist. Good. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Then gently pull those knees in for a brief moment here. And then we're going to bring up palms of our hand down beside our hips. And we're going to straighten our legs, and we're going to do scissors. So open the legs wide, and then you're going to cross the heels. 3, 2, 1, open. Try to straighten those legs. 3, 2, 1, open. 3, 2, 1, open. 3, 2, 1, open. 4 more, and open. Straighten those legs, and open. 3, 2, 1, and 1 more, 2, 3, open. Now pull those knees into the chest again for a brief break here. We're going to go back to the palms right beside those hips. We're going to bring our heels together. You're going to straighten your legs and turn out from the hips. So if I was looking at my feet, it's like the feet are flexed, like as if I'm standing on the ceiling, and I'm bringing those knees together or heels together and turning out from my hip. So it looks like I'm standing in first position. And then I'm going to bend those knees, and then I'm going to press straight. As you're pressing straight, you're engaging that pelvic floor to cue the deep inner core. I also want you pulling the belly button in and exhaling out. And so it's like upside down pliés, right? So pretend like you're doing pliés on the ceiling, but you're straightening those legs. And then bend, pull the bent knees in, still in turnout, heels together, and straighten. Bend, straighten, bend, straighten. Pull belly button in, engage that pelvic floor to cue that deep inner core. Good. Straighten, straighten, bend, straighten. Good. 4 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1, and then pull those knees in. Those ones fascinate me because they don't really seem like they should be difficult, you know, but and maybe for you they're not, but I feel them. They're good work. And so now we're going to go into our toe taps from tabletop. So I want you to, legs here, put your hands on your knees, straighten those arms so that the knees line up right over the hips. So don't pull them in. I want them right there. And then you're gonna alternate toe tap. As you do that, I don't want you bending this knee, I want you keeping that 90-degree bend. So the only place that's moving is just the hip is hinging. Otherwise, everything's staying the same there, right? Not changing the bend. So you're hinging at the hip to be able to tap that toe down. You're not bending the knee more. Good. So you're pulling the belly button in towards the spine. You're engaging that pelvic floor to cue that deep inner core. Good. And 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Pull the knees in and really pull them in and relax those muscles. Release that lower back. Release the core and abdominal muscles. And then you can do a little bit of a rock and roll. One way and then the other way. Giving that back a little bit of a massage on your mat. And then you're going to straighten one leg, straighten the other leg. Reach arms overhead and create a nice lengthening stretch through that torso by reaching your hands one way and your feet, your toes the other way. And just, again, creating that stretch like you're being pulled by your wrists one way, pulled by your ankles the other way. Good. Release that. And then we're going to roll up. And we're going to get into some arms. If you want, you can always grab a 1 or 2 pound weights with these. I'm not doing weights with them this morning, but feel free. Shoulders down, chest lifted from that sternum. And we're going to bring our arms up overhead. Clasp the hands together, and then I want you to bend. So if you're holding dumbbells, you would hold them and bring them together like this, the two. And then you're going to point those triceps toward the ceiling and then straighten. Bend, straighten, bend, straighten, bend, straighten, bend, straighten. Good. All right, now we're going to bring our elbows in front, still palms together, or if you're holding those weights, you'd have them in your fists here. And then elbows are at shoulder height to start, and then you're going to press those elbows up and lower back to elbow height. So it's just little presses, like 1 or 2 inches. It's press, 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 press. Keep going. Press, 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 press. Good. Keep going here. Press, 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 press. And you've got 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Open your arms here, and we're going to rotate from those shoulders so palms are facing the floor. And so if you're holding the weights, you'd be holding them, but palms are facing floor. And then rotate up, down and up, down and up. Rotate, bring it up, rotate, bring it up, rotate, up, rotate, up. Shoulders down, chest lifted, belly button in. Good. Eight more. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then we're going to bring elbows together and palms together and then open. All right. Keep those elbows at shoulder height. Close, open, close, open, close, open. Shoulders down, exterior neck muscles relaxed. Close, open, close, open, close, open. Good. Keep going. 8 more to go. Here's 8 and 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now open, and we're going to do a combo. So you rotate down, rotate up, bring it together, back out. Down, up, together, out. Down, up, together, out. Down, up, together, out. Down, up, together, out. Down. Good. Down. Down, up, together, out. Down, up, together, out. Good. Keep going. We're halfway through. Down, up, together, out. Down, up, together, out. And 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and last one right here. Good. Bring those arms down, and we're going to do some tricep dips here. Now with the hands, you could point them forward, but if you can't quite get that positioning, it doesn't feel comfortable, you can turn the fingers to face out a little bit, right? And then from here, you're just gonna bend and then press it up so you're engaging the back of those upper arms. Now, the other option with these is you could lift your butt off the ground for these, like so, all right? Press, 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 keep going, press, 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 press. Second set, press, press, press. We're halfway through. Press, press, press. Good. 8 more. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it up. And then I want you to sit back, either cross-legged or feet in front. And then we're going to bring one arm up and across. Stretch that shoulder out to start. Release lower, pull back in. And then switch to the other side, arm up and across at shoulder height. And release lower, pull back in. And then I want you to take your arm, reach it up high, and I want you to bend at the elbow and then pull that elbow back. I want you to have the palm of your hand placed on your back, and I want you to try to reach further down that back. And think about that placement, think about where that hand is. If you can, bring it down a little bit more, getting a good stretch along that tricep, along the back of that upper arm. Good, and then we're going to switch that to the other side. So arm straight, bend at the elbow, pull that elbow back, and palm of the hand is touching that back. And I want you to think about where it's touching and try to reach a little bit further. And getting a good stretch through the back of that upper arm. Nice tricep stretch. Good, and you can release that. And then we're going to bring an ear to a shoulder, stretching to the center of the side of the neck. And then switch that to the other side. Switch again. I'm going to do one more each way. And then back to the other side. Release that, bring your head up, do a couple shoulder shrugs back and shoulder shrugs forward. And then we're going to finish off with a pigeon stretch. So bring a bent knee in front, straight leg behind. And you can keep it up here, reaching that chest forward from here if you want. Or you could bring it right down over, lay down over that bent knee and relax it down there. Take some nice deep breaths. Exhale slowly. Good, and then when you're ready, switch that to the other side. Bent knee in front, straight leg behind, and reach that chest forward here. And you can keep it up here, or roll it down over that bent knee. And one way or the other, take in some nice deep breaths. Exhale nice and slowly. All right, and that's a wrap. Thank you for joining me.